Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strom, and welcome to my YouTube channel for today's Boston Red Sox Historical Tournament. This is episode 31. This is Region B, Round 1, Series 6. That means nothing to anybody but me, I'm sure. 1970 Red Sox are playing the 1958 Red Sox. The 70 Red Sox were a good team. Good hitting, mediocre pitching team, the number 56 seed. And the 58 Red Sox, the number 73rd seed, was still a good team, slightly over 500. That team anchored by Ted Williams and Jackie Jensen. Without any further ado, let's load the game so I can bring you up to date as to how we got to Game 7. For those of you who have been here before, you know we play with Out of the Park 27. Let's load it up. I had just done my Sunday morning short 15-minute podcast on the 1972 Red Sox, so I'm in the mood to do a 1970s team. This was a good team. One of my favorite teams. A lot of hitting in this team, 1970. And it was the last year that Tony Conigliaro played on the Red Sox. Here we go. Here are the stats for the series as we go into Game 7. 3-3. We're all tied up. In Game 1, 58 wins, 5-0. Game 2 tied up as 70 wins, 4-3. 71's game 170's team won Game 3 and the Game 4 by a 5-3 and 4-3 scores respectively. Then we started to play these games here on YouTube. Thrilling 58 victory, 11-10 in 11 innings as Pete Runnels homers in the bottom of the 11th inning to win that game. And then yesterday, Game 6, Frank Malzone homered early on, and the 58 Sox held on to defeat the underdog 58 Sox, hang on to defeat the 70 favored Red Sox 8-5. That brought us to Game 7. Here we are today, and let's play the game. Tom Brewer, Sonny Siebert, two good pitchers. The 1958 Sox, as we're playing in 1970 Fenway Park, will have Pete Runnels leading off at second base, Jimmy Pearsall in center field. They've had different lineups, so I don't know. The AI is reacting to the pitcher. I don't know. Ted Williams hitting third in left field, Jackie Jensen in right field hitting fourth. By the way, this is a pretty conventional lineup for the 1958 team, and I'll tell you why I say that in a moment. Dick Gurnett at first base, fifth. Frank Malzone, sixth at third. He was an all-star third baseman in those days. Don Budden, less than an all-star shortstop, hitting seventh, but one of my favorite players, because a grand slam home run by Don Budden in 1959 made me a Red Sox fan. Pete Daly doing the catching, hitting eighth. Tom Brewer, 12-12 during the regular season with a 3.72 ERA, doing the pitching, batting ninth. Tony Conigliaro leading off for the 70 Sox. He never did that. He hit either third, fourth, or fifth. George Thomas in left field. He did not play very many games for the Red Sox in 1970, but the AI decided to put him there, obviously, because his .343 batting average in limited action. Yastrzemski at first base, one of his better seasons. Hit .329 with 40 home runs, playing first base, hitting third. Reggie Smith hitting fourth. In center field, Petrocelli at shortstop. He played third base most of the time in 1970, but who knows? Well, actually, by 72, maybe by, let me look at 19. No, he played shortstop in 1970. My mistake. I had it confused with 72. In 1970, George Scott mainly played first. George Scott mainly played third base for the Red Sox. Here, for some reason, George Scott's not playing. In real life, George Scott batted .296 with 16 home runs. Here they throw in John Kennedy Who knows why? Maybe he's a better fielder, maybe he isn't. Tom Satriano catching, batting sixth. Just speaking of John Kennedy, he's at third base. Hitting seventh, Dick Schofield at second base. Hitting eighth, and Sonny Siebert. Second base, the main second baseman on this team in 1970 was Mike Andrews. So the players that 1970 are playing, Kennedy, Schofield, and Satriano. Well, Satriano would split the catching, so we won't complain to the AA about that. But Kennedy and Schofield and Thomas, those three players were not starting players. Why they have them in here, only the computer AI can tell you. And when I interviewed it, it wouldn't answer the question. Anyway, let's start the game. See who wins. This is an elimination game for both teams. Siebert on the mound facing Pete Reynolds, and we're going to be underway here in a moment. Here's the pitch. Reynolds to right field. That ball is caught for the out. By the way, the reason I don't change the lineups, very simple. I don't want to put my thumb on the scale, number one, and number two, I don't want to have to enter every game and check every lineup to make sure they're accurate. Therefore, when the AI does the lineups, we're going to live with them, good or bad, no matter what team it is managing and calling the shots for. Jimmy Pearsall, 185 in the six games prior. High in the air. Shortstop puts it away for the out. Two down, Ted Williams. Ted Williams hitting .346 with a couple of home runs. Who's going to be a hero? Will it be Williams? Let's find out. Also hit high in the air, but the second baseman puts it away. 1, 2, 3 go the 58 Sox in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first. 1958-0, 1970 coming to bat. Tom Brewer, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 runs. He's 0-1 in the series. Tony Conigliaro hitting .346, leading off for the 70 Sox. High in the air. Right fielder's got it for the out. George Thomas. Another ball high in the air. Center fielder's got that one for the out. And Carl Yastrzemski. Well, will Williams or Yastrzemski be an MVP? We're going to find out. Williams doing his best, hitting .458 so far. Line drive, base hit. Right field, Carl Yastrzemski draws first blow. First hit of the game, Reggie Smith up. An even 200 hitter in the series. He goes down swinging. The inning is over. We head to the second. No score here in 1970 Fenway Park. Sonny Siebert into his second inning. He's 1-0 in the series. He's pitched 8 innings, allowed 7 hits in the series. 2.25 ERA. He's winds and fires, and there's a line drive to third base. Kennedy makes the catch for the out. Jensen is out. Dick Gurnett.
Strike 3.
Goes down on strikes. And Frank Malzone, .346. He's a potential for an MVP. Depends what happens today. Slow roller to second. Rose to first for the out. The inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the 58 team. We head to the bottom of the second. No score here in Fenway Park in 1970. Petrocelli, Satriano, and Kennedy.
Strike 3.
He struck him out. Satriano hitting .304. The AI must know something. And he strikes out. Brewer strikes out the first two batters he faces here in the second. John Kennedy hitting .238. And he takes a called strike 3 over the outside corner. The Tom Brewer for 58 Red Sox strikes out the side. We go to the top of the third. No score here in Fenway. Siebert facing Don Budden.
Strike 3.
Strikeout. We've seen lots of strikeouts here. Called strike 3 on Budden. Pete Daly. Daly puts it up in the infield. And it is caught by Schofield. Tom Brewer, the pitcher, batting.
Strike 3.
He struck him out. Siebert strikes out 2 of the 3 batters. Lots of strikeouts in the game so far for Brewer. Brewer struck out 4, walked nobody in 2 innings. He will face Schofield, Siebert, and Canigliaro. As I said earlier, Schofield hitting .294, but Andrews was the full-time second baseman for these Sox. He walked him. Sonny Siebert up 0 for 2 in his first game. Misses the bunt, goes foul. 2 strikes on the batter. Will he swing away or bunt? Let's find out. He struck him out. Tony Canigliaro up, runner on first, 1 away. That ball's hit deep in the left field. That's back. That's out of here. Long gone as Tony C gets his first home run of the series. And the Red Sox, a 1970 lead, 2-0. .1970 takes an early lead. George Thomas up. Bounder to third, and it's going to be a base hit. George Thomas on first base. Thomas, not a full-time player. AI puts him in. What's he do? He hits 2 home runs, batting .286. Carl Yastrzemski. He walks him, runners on first and second. Here in the bottom of the third, Brewer not having a good inning so far. 2 runners on, 2 runners in, 1 out. Reggie Smith up. Ground ball to first, picks it up, throws to second for 1, over to first, double play. What a play by Gurnett. The inning is over on that spectacular double play. We head to the top of the fourth, 2-0, 1970. Sonny Siebert now 3 strikeouts in 3 innings. That's the only number on his scorecard. He will face the top of the order, Runnels, Pearsall, and Williams. Runnels hits to first, steps on the bag. Yastrzemski gets the out. Sonny Siebert pitching to Pearsall.
Strike 3.
He catches the outside corner. Beatles, hey! I hope Boston wins this one too. This is an elimination game for both teams. Series tied, 3 games apiece. Thank you for stopping in, Beatles. I appreciate it. Always nice to have my mentor in the stands watching me do these broadcasts. Sonny Siebert now with 4 strikeouts facing Ted Williams. .333 with a couple of home runs in this series. Ground ball is short. Backhanded over to first for the out. 1-2-3 go the 58 Sox. We head to the bottom of the fourth. 2-0, 1970. It is coming up to halfway point in the month, Beatles. We got to do the continuation of the dead ball diamonds and dice broadcast on your channel. So let me know when you want to do it. I'm usually available most times. I like it. I like doing it Sunday night, but any night's okay with me. Tom Brewer had a tough inning last inning. will be facing Petrocelli, Satriano, and Kennedy. Bounding ball to second. Over to first for the out. Well, we could do it. This Sunday is Father's Day, so probably not a good time. So either Friday or Saturday night coming up is okay, or the following weekend works for me too. I don't know what your schedule is. Tom Satriano, who is not a full-time catcher, hitting .292. The AI manager put him in. He must know what he's doing. He's hitting almost .300. Satriano on the ground to first. Gurnett takes it to the bag for the out. Tonight is fine. Okay, well, tonight it is. 10 p.m. Eastern. I'll be available. Send me a link, and we'll talk dead ball baseball. That'd be great. Tom Brewer now facing John Kennedy. Here's the one scratches my head. John Kennedy's playing third instead of George Scott. But we'll see what happens. Hitting the center field for the out. Inning is over. Head to the fifth. 2-0, 1970. Sonny Siebert, 4 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts. Facing Jensen, Gurnett, and Malzone. Jackie Jensen, the first, I don't think he's the only one. The first player to play in both the Rose Bowl and a World Series. He came up as a Yankee rookie, pops out to the first baseman for the out. Dick Gurnett playing first base. He replaced a Red Sox favorite first baseman. Let me tell you who that was, whose name escapes me, but he died. A young man, he died in the middle of the season. I'll tell you who it is in 1 second as I hit a couple of buttons. At my age, sometimes I forget the names. Harry Aganis. Harry Aganis was a hometown Red Sox superstar in the making. When he died, I forget what he died of. It's some rare disease. And the Red Sox took him quite a while to get a first baseman. Anyway, Gurnett is this version of the first baseman since Harry Aganis' death. And he hits it high in the air, deep in the center field. That ball is deep. That ball is back. That ball is out of here. Travels 405 feet just over the center field wall. It is now 2-1, 1970. Jeffrey comes in. How you doing, Jeffrey? Thank you for stopping by. Let's watch that again. Siebert's first pitch allows a home run. It's his first hit, first run. He loses the shutout and the no-hitter on the same at-bat. Frank Malzone up. 333 hitter. Malzone homered in game number 6. The Red Sox took the lead. Line drive, right field, base hit. Don Budden hitting 182. That's about right. Runner on first. Ground ball back to the mound. Throws to first, out number 2. Was that a bunt? Let's find out. I wasn't really looking, so to the log we go. Sacrifice bunt. That's what it was. That's about right for Don. Pete Daly up. Daly hitting 308. Another bench insert that the computer AI throws in there, but hitting 308, I guess it made the right decision in the series. He walked them intentionally. something Pete Daly didn't have happen to him on a regular basis. First and second, 2 outs, and the pitcher, Tom Brewer, up. Brewer's got a hit in the series. He could use one here, but he's not going to get a chance as Siebert's going to walk him. Bases are loaded. Siebert, a little wild here this inning, is going to face Pete Reynolds, the hero of game number 5. The pitch. Siebert is missing home plate, and the game is tied at 2 as he walks in the tying run. Gene Stevens, pinch hitting, batting second. The AI has tended to pinch hit early in games, something I hadn't noticed it doing in the past. The pitch. Stevens on the ground to second, throws to first for the out. The inning is over, but not before the 58 team scores a couple of runs. This game is tied going into the bottom of the 5th. We're halfway home. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the 70 Sox. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the 58 Sox. Brewer now with a new life gets to face Billy Canigliaro, who comes in. Billy was the starting left fielder. He's pinch hitting now. On the ground to third, Malzone over across the diamond for the out. 1 out. Sonny Siebert has yet to get a hit in the series. Attempts a bunt, misses. Okay. There's a runner on first. Obviously, I missed it again. E5. He wasn't out. That's what happens when I don't look at the text. I just look at the chalkboard, so to speak. It is not always accurate. Runner on first on Malzone's error. Siebert looking to put him on second in scoring position. Brewer's got the sign. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Attempted bunt. It's strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Will he swing away? Will he bunt? He struck him out. 1 out. Runner on first base. Top of the order. Canigliaro homered his last time. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit into center field, but it's hit well right at the center fielder for the out. George Thomas, 286 hitter, couple of home runs. Line drive, base hit, center field. Runner's going to hold at second. Runner's on first and second. Carl Yastrzemski steps to the plate. He's 1 for 1 today, hitting a robust 480 in the series. Brewer gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third. Throws to first. The ball gets away. This time I saw it. A runner scores. Runners advance to second and third. Let's see who the error's on. It is the throw wasn't even close. Malzone makes his second error of the inning, and the 70 Sox go ahead 3-2. Reggie Smith up now, 0 for 2. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs. Brewer gets the sign, delivers, and they walk him. Rico 0 for 2, hitting 154, has got the bases loaded, 2 outs. Brewer delivers. That ball's hit high in the air. Second baseman's under it. The inning is over. The side's retired. We go to the top of the 6th, 3-2, the 1970 squad. Hope everyone's enjoying this Sunday morning. I got my 2 broadcasts out of the way here so I can enjoy some sports on TV today. And tonight, at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. There will be a Diamonds and Dice on Beatles channel. We are going to continue part 2 of the Dead Ball Teams Really That Good. Okay, Siebert, who had a bad inning, allowed a couple of runs. That bad inning hopefully will only be one as Ted Williams steps in hitting .321. Ball 4. They put him on all the time. They don't want to be beaten by Ted Williams. Siebert facing Jensen. Well, he didn't do that on purpose. Siebert is now walked 5 batters in the game, only struck out 4. It could come back and on him as Dick Gurnett, who homered into the center field bleachers his last time up, steps to the plate. Runners on first and second. Line drive, that's going to fall into right field for a base hit with a runner hold. The runner will hold. The bases are loaded now for the 58 Sox. This is an elimination game, both teams. This is game number 7. Siebert still on the mound, now has allowed 3 hits. Frank Malzone, the man who committed 2 errors, allowed the 70 team to take the lead, steps into the batter's box. Can he make up for his mistakes? Let's find out. Siebert gets the sign. Into the windup. Malzone hits it to short. They come home for 1. That's all they're going to get. Bases still loaded. 1 out is Don Budden, who had a sacrifice bunt his last time. Infield in. He struck him out. Siebert bearing down. Will he get out of this? Let's find out. Pete Daly hitting .308. That ball's hit to short. Throws to second. They're out of it. Nobody scores here for the 58 Sox. 58 had the bases loaded, nobody out. Will that be the reason they lose the series? Let's find out as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Satriano hitting .280. Brewer still on the mound. Both starting pitchers still with us. Pops it up. Foul territory. Caught by the first baseman. 1 down. Kennedy up. Kennedy on the ground to third. Over the first footy out. Malzone makes a play. Mike Andrews now pinch hitting. Well, he's not pinch hitting. He came in and played second base, and he's supposed to be there. So maybe the AI knows what it's doing. Who knows? Andrews up. 1 for 4 in the series, his first at bat today. Takes ball 4. Sonny Siebert. I don't know if the AI is considering pinch hitting, but it doesn't look like it. Siebert, who's been wild today, steps into the batter's box. 2 out, 1 on. The pitch. That ball's popped up. First baseman, Gurnett puts it away. We head to the 7th inning here in 1970 Fenway Park. Last 3 innings, Game 7, Series 6. Who will go on in the Boston Red Sox historical tournament? Will be the favored 1970 team or the underdog 1958? The last 3 innings will tell. Siebert, 5 strikeouts, 5 walks in 6 innings. He's only allowed 3 hits. Will face Brewer, who's going to bat for himself. Runnels and Gene Stevens in center field. Brewer strikes out. Pete Runnels. Runnels hitting an even .300 in the series. Hero of game number 5 with a walk-off homer. Ground ball into left field. That's going to be in the corner. Runnels rounding first, headed for second. He goes in sliding with a double. Tying run on second. 1 out. Gene Stevens up. Stevens has been up 6 times in the series. He's got 1 hit, but that was a home run. Siebert delivers. Ball's hit deep in the right center field. That ball is caught for the out. Great play by the right fielder. Let's watch that again. That's caught by Canigliaro. Look at this play. He made it. Good throw. Good catch. Okay, here we go. Ted Williams up, tying run on second. 2 outs. Will he walk him? Will he let him hit? Bases open. They let him hit. Ground ball to short. It's going to long throw to first. They get Williams for the out. We head to the bottom. Bottom of the 7th inning we go. 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the 70 Sox. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the 58 Sox. The team that loses goes home, as this is a Game 7. Tony Canigliaro, 2-run homer today. Will he be the hero? Let's find out. Line drive, base hit. In the right center field, Canigliaro on for the 2nd time today. Canigliaro raises his series average to 367. George Thomas hitting 310. I question the judgment of the AI putting him in, but I'm not arguing with 310, 2 home runs, 4 runs batted in. The pitch. Ground ball to first. Over to short for 1. Back to first. A double play. Billy Canigliaro played left field for the most part for the Red Sox in 1970. Carl Yastrzemski steps to the plate. Nobody on, 2 away. Brewer gets the sign. He's into his windup. The pitch. He struck him out to end the inning. We head to the 8th. 3-2, 1970. Sparky Lyle coming in to pitch for the 1970 Sox. They may trade him at the end of the 71 season, but right now he's in to pitch against Jackie Jensen, Dick Gurnett, and Frank Malzone. To center field. It is caught in front of the wall for the out. Lyle facing Gurnett. Gurnett's got 2 hits today. One of them a home run into the center field bleachers. Deep to right field. That one is going to be caught. 2 long outs for the 1958 Sox. Frank Malzone up. 345 hitter. He's made 2 errors today, which has allowed the 70 team to take the lead. Line drive, left field. That's going to drop for a hit. Malzone, the tying run on first in the 8th inning as Don Button steps into the batter's box. Lyle delivers. That's in the center field for a base hit. Runner has to hold at second. Malzone at second. Button at first. Pete Daly up. Pete Daly. Let me look him up. Hold on 1 second. I know he wasn't the starting catcher. Thought it was Sammy White, but let's see. Sammy White caught 102 games, batted .259. Pete Daly got into 27 games, And let's see why the AI picked him. 321 average in 27 games. That's why he's playing. Pete Daly up. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the 8th. He takes a called strike 3 in the inside corner. Lyle strikes him out to end the threat. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 1970 leading 3-2. Tom Brewer about to throw a complete game. He's allowed in 7 innings, 5 hits, struck out 7, walked 4, only allowed 2 earned runs. Reggie Smith, Petrocelli, and Satriano up. Ground ball to second, 1 down. Rico Petrocelli 0 for 3, only hitting 148 in the series. Safe to say he will not be the MVP. He swings and misses, strike 3. And Tom Satriano's 0 for 3 today. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Tapped in front of home plate. That's going to be an infield hit. Or an error. Let's find out. No, it's a give him a hit. No, third error. There it is. Runner on first. Third error of the game for the 58 squad. Bill Monbouquet comes in to replace Tom Brewer. Monbouquet will pitch a no-hitter for the Red Sox in 1962 and will become the ace of the staff until about 1965. 5 good years with the Sox. He's going to face George Scott, who came in to play first base. Yastrzemski went into left field. I didn't notice that. They don't make the announcement on Out of the Park. They should make an announcement so people can pay attention. But what you see on the screen now, with the exception of Thomas at third base, you would normally see Scott at third, Yastrzemski at first, and Canigliaro in right field. But that's as close to a starting lineup as you will get to see. Okay, Monbouquet faces Scott. Scott's first time up today. And he takes ball 4. Mike Andrews. And he swings and misses for the out. Inning is over. We head to the 9th. Will the 1970 Red Sox hold on and move on in the series? Will 1958 go home? Or will 58 make another comeback, which they've been known for to do in this series? Lyle to face Sammy White, who we just mentioned earlier, coming up to pinch hit. Pete Reynolds, Gene Stevens to follow. Lyle into his windup. Ground ball to short. Throws to first. 1 down. Perfect throw by Petrocelli. The lefty Pete Reynolds facing the lefty Sparky Lyle. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to first. Going to take it to the bag himself. Scott's got the second out. 58 team 1 out away from being eliminated in the tournament. Sparky Lyle gets the sign. Looks in. He's into his windup. Pops it up in the foul territory. George Scott is under it. Puts it away. The series is over. 1970 wins series number 6, and they move on here in the Boston Red Sox historical tournament. They move on to face a team in the second round. Let's just take a look at the pitching. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the 70 squad. 2 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. I'll write this up. It'll appear on my newspaper today, later on my Facebook page and some others. Boston did win. Thank you, Beatles, for coming by. Thank you, Jeffrey, for being in the stands watching the game. Sonny Siebert, the winning pitcher, 2-0. Pitched 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Both of them were earned. Struck out 6, walked 5. Sparky Lyle got 3/3 save out of 4 wins. He would almost be my MVP with 3 saves. Brewer pitched 7 2/3 innings. He took his second loss, 5 hits, 3 runs, only 2 earned. So he didn't deserve to lose, but he did. Mom Bouquet came on to finish off the game. Okay, let's leave the game. I will write that up. Kar Yastrzemski, the series MVP. There it is. 12 hits, 7 RBIs, batted .444. Williams, his predecessor, hit .310 with 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. Both players had great series. Jackie Jensen hit almost .400. A lot of hits in this series. Canigliaro, .367. So 2 top players on the 70 team performed, and those 3 top players were probably the 3 top players on that team. Anyway, thanks for coming by. I hope everybody enjoys their Sunday afternoon. I will see you tonight on Beatles channel for the Diamonds and Dice broadcast as we continue to explore dead ball baseball. Are they better than other teams, or is that an illusion that I've discovered? Let's find out. Beatles, the expert on dead ball baseball, is always fun to listen to. Have a nice Sunday, everybody. See you tonight.